I've been banging on spirits as of lately, I'm my only refuge and safety. Hated my father, so I know you gon' hate me. Peep your spirit back to quit soldier hate. Peon don't know your past, trying to walk a narrow path. Land weak, so I walk with a staff. I need that whole truth and you don't know the half. And I'm sober now, please don't say it's the gas. I can focus on the future, I ain't worried about the wars and the rumors. I've been writing sermons to all of the shooters. Follow the story of holy nation, we ain't stunned this confederation. Yes, right, yellow war nation, foreign nation. Free Jacob, not Freemason. Lost in Babylon, fleeing temptation. Overthrow the government like them Haitians. I prayed up and strapped up all the congregation. Cursed by the sweat on my brow, so they slay me. Scattered around the four corner, posted on the four corner. Drew by blood out of Torah. Atlanta, Georgia, side of Mega Moore. Working with the true jet license journey. I came out to feel my OG name attorney. Yeah, I got a burner, but most I got that fire. He the truth and every man is a lie. I go through it like Job, I won't curse him and die. I walk down the battle screaming, not never die. Baruch Adonai. Elohim, Yisrael, recognize the lion, tigers, and the bears. Lord, separate the wheat from the tear. Don't know when you come, so I'm staying prepared. Can I steal it? Yeah, it's color the flare. Posted on the boulevard, praying for a holy war. Few chosen, many called, pride coming for the fall. Pray Yahweh stay involved, torch our DJs like stars. Writing songs just like songs, give me strength to carry on. Locks in my hair like a Nazarite. You switch when you walk like a sodomite. I'm plugged to the source, feel my spirit like a terabyte. Sound of trumpets cause I'm about to engage. They deny my peace, so I give them my pain. Take back our possessions and Armageddon. Spiritual warfare and Smith and Wesson. They try to transgress, I try to transcend. I stand on the truth like a troop. Change out my socks, then I sleep in my boots. You ABAGK, then I salute. Muslim Israelite, you know I salute. Monotheistic, dean like absolute. Angel count about me every encounter. Prostrate my body, praise the almighty power. Protecting the righteous and innocent. Study with diligence. I don't step evasive, ain't no stipulations. When it's my vigilance, break bread with my team like you shoot it. Just like you shoot it, can't trust the government, they the wig. Got a rally point, it's off the grid. Fleeing Babylon to the wilderness. Seeking righteousness, seeking rigorous. Valley dry bone like Lazarus. Kumaya, Eli, rise within us. Purging fire, baptized in his up. Recognize the time of march, just Jacob. Ain't no kufars in my congregation. I'm an Aki, that my occupation. Won't take my kufi off accommodation. Ain't talking to God, call it supplication. Go within to the source through meditation. I don't do pledge of allegiance. Almighty comfort, just like a prefix. Angels, they come to my defense. Light a shot, shine like a beacon. Eat and it died, I'm about to go vegan. Blessings and curses all come in due season. We kings and priests while we copy these heathens. We not catch coronavirus. We make voodoo, not voodoo. Make it be trap, but I bang like I'm Zulu. Make you reconsider when the truth hits you. I pray the most high is crying out. They say they built walls and keep crying out. But now we really trapped in. We gon' flee to Goshen. Repent now the time approaches. Jacob trouble, time to refocus. Plays the pestilence like times of Moses. Consecration, self, you were chosen. I've been fleeing temptation and praying for patience. When you enter my chamber, spread frankincense fragrance. Sipping on sea moss and burning on sand. In the dust you return if you get in my way. The war is interior, the war is exterior. Overcoming all obstacles, they are in fear. My camo fatigue, fighting fatigue. Performing a fast, but my spirit still eat. Gotta start negativity until it depletes. I'm prepared for war, but I'm praying for peace. Comrades trained in conduct and combat. Searching for Zion till we make contact. Real Houdim identity got hijacked. Op ties, tribe ties, 12 tribes. Hear the shofar, then a war cry. One sword, one truth, one accord. Sold the most high before moving forward. Sold the most high before going to war. I take the tour with me on the tour. All praise to the most high. 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 Salah.
Overboard, I thought the fire thing would get us. I stay in Soldier Field, on the booth I bear witness. Had to face my fears, couldn't let the traumas tempt me. You who would hear the cries of the set apart assembly.
I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. It hurts so bad, but I trust in the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. It hurts so bad, but it's all for the most high. Endure until the end and you'll be saved. Endure until the end and you'll be
might lose a friend, but I will not lose my faith. It's a must that we repent. I admit I made mistakes, and I will not relent. It's a must I run the race. They threw me in the furnace, it's surprised I didn't burn. The fire is what molded me, and now I'm standing firm. In the ruach in the toy, that's the spirit and the truth. No matter what I come against, I will not be moved. Undefeated, I won't lose. I'm the same that rep Yahuwah. I see the wheat and tares of separating from intruders. I'm accustomed to the lines, then I rep the tribe of Judah. Was focused on the enemy, but crucified by Judas.
I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. It hurts so bad, but I trust in the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. It hurts so bad, but it's all for the most high. Endure until the end and you'll be saved. Endure until the end and you'll be saved. Endure until the end and you'll be saved. Endure until the end and you'll be saved.
Money get low, cash on lack, demons on the prowl, can't catch me lacking. Throwing in the town, not an option, I'm a soldier. I done got older, got a chip on my shoulder. Have no fear, be made new. Don't make beer, but it's clear I'm a bruise. You can tell by my beard and my friends with the blue. Bloodline of David, see I'm kin with Yahusha. They threw me overboard, I was surprised I didn't drown. Counted all joy, chop of Judah with the crown. New Jerusalem, the town, see the kingdom within. Malakim all around, it's the sound of revenge.
Endure until the end and you'll be saved. 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 I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. It hurts so bad, but I trust in the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. I'm going through the pain for the most high. It hurts so bad, but it's all for the most high.
There it is. All right, then. That was a little longer than I was expecting right there, man. I thought we froze up. Shalom, Mike. How you doing, man?
Good, shalom, shalom, shalom.
All right, all right. We want to welcome everybody to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. I'm your host here, Yeshua Judah. We got Ayo Ben Yahoo. We got Manat Shalahaya as well. Everybody that is here live with us on YouTube, everybody that's live with us on the Saya TV, everybody that's live with us on Facebook. We want to say shalom, shalom. We got something epic for you tonight. We're going to bring in some guests a little bit later. You're going to have to come every week to see who's going to pop up as well. But right now, you got anything you want to add out? Got any welcomes, anything?
Nope, I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad to be here. Excited for the guests we got on. You know, we got our sis in the building tonight. Shout
Exactly.
Sister Delta. So yeah,
the one who is making everything possible. So before we get it going, I'm gonna turn it over to Banat Shalahaya. Let her do some announcements, and then we're gonna bring in the first guest.
All right. Well, I am Banat Shalahaya, and I've got some brew news information for the nation. So the Drip and Sip is fast approaching. It will be held February 18th at White Diamonds Bar and Grill, located at 3906 West Camp Wisdom Road in Dallas, Texas. Performances by King 7, Reggie Kadesh, Truth, and our very own Truth Be Told Flex podcast, Ayo Ben Yahoo, and many others. You can purchase your tickets at tlhmagazine.net. Again, that's tlhmagazine.net. Be sure to get your tickets now, because once they're gone, they're gone.
It's a wrap.
The new edition of the Light Hebrew magazine is now available. The magazine is full of information for the nation, from the latest truth artists to righteous apparel to beauty and health. Order yours now. Limited copies are available. And if you're curious as to where you can go get it from, take a wild guess. Sister Delta, always behind the scenes. Light Hebrew Magazine. That's it.
All right then. Well, let's get it going. We are going to bring to the show right now our brother, the Ark Reggie Kadesh.
Yeah.
Mr. Delta. Let's to bring him in now.
Shalom, y'all.
Did I hit the wrong one? I hit the wrong one.
We call Michael Yahoo up.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, man. We don't know how to keep no secrets over here, do we?
We're sorry, he was having a little lunch break real quick.
Right.
I'm jealous.
he looked like he got caught, didn't he? He's like,
Yeah. Shout out to him. He's wearing the light shirt. We saw the shirt. Thank you.
Yep, we did.
Oh, I love you. We didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake.
right. Oh, praises. But Sister Delta, how you doing? I want to say this, and then we gonna proceed. My wife, she does that so well. My wife does what I have been trying to do since I've been running this show, which is give you the proper introduction, the proper announcements. And now, man, that I gotta give the props to the lady. She do it 30 times better than me. I don't be remembering nothing. I call names wrong. Hey, this sister got it all the way down to the address and say, hey, I give you a raise starting tonight. All right.
Yes, thank you.
I'll take it.
Yeah. But other than that, man, Sister Delta, you are at home. I would like to welcome Reggie Kadesh to the show. How you doing, brother?
Shalom. How's everyone doing?
Good, Reggie.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Y'all hear me all right?
Hear you.
Yeah, we can
We
hear you.
can hear you
Shalom.
all the way from Detroit. Ain't that where you reporting live from, Detroit?
No, Lansing, Michigan, capital city.
Okay.
Lansing,
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
All I hear is cold.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, all I hear.
It wasn't bad today. It was like in the mid-30s today. So
Wait. Hold on. You said it wasn't too bad today. It was in the mid-30s?
In the mid-30s.
Yeah. It's January. We used to be in single digits. That's the norm up here.
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. But it get cold in North Texas where Delta is at. It gets mighty cold up there, but we don't get that Michigan type cold that we do not get. But brother, so tell us what are we to expect at the drip and sip from Reggie Kadesh, man?
Just to keep it simple, you know what I'm saying? I'm generally just a simple man. I just like to praise the Most High. So that's what I do, you know. There's a lot that I've been through, you know, through my life, just like you know, like all of us really. And so I just, you know, I know my story, and because I know what the Most High had brought me through, I just want to praise him for it, you know.
Oh, praises. Praises.
Yes. Well, we are excited to have you come in. We like to party righteously. We kicks it.
Praise
He's the Most High. It's an intimate environment. We can't wait for you to come kick it with us.
I've seen the couple that you did like last year. I wish I could have made, but you know, Most High, it wasn't in the plan. But you know, all praises to the Most High. He made a way this year, so I'm definitely excited.
It gets better and better every year, man. I'm not an artist by no means, but I just pray that you guys as artists don't take it lightly to be on the stage at the Drip and Sip, because this is something that's epic, man. Within, you know, and for every artist that come after the ones that went the year before, you paved a way for the newer generation to come in and to keep that thing going, man. This is something that I feel like is going to be a tradition within within our nation. So yeah, we looking forward to you making history. That's how I'm looking at it. We looking forward to you making history.
What we do up here, you know what I'm saying? I got, you know, this. I've been influenced by, you know, Twista, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know, Midwest rappers. So that's kind of, it's just to give y'all a little bit.
All right.
What did I tell you, Delta?
He said that today. Yeah. Today. He said, I can't wait to get Reggie on. He sounds like Twister. That's exactly what he said.
You said that last night.
Yo, yeah. Yeah, so I can't wait. Yo, what you got for my man, Reggie?
He just answered the question. I was going to ask him who was his influences and coming from the, I guess you would call that the Midwest. I guess my question would be, how do you, being in the truth and set apart, coming to this with this being your first time at the Drippy Sip, are you have you did a traditional rehearsal, or do you just gonna fast and pray and then get on stage and go? How do you prepare for an event like this? How do you prepare?
Prayer is my thing. It's definitely prayer. I do a little bit of rehearsal. I have to a little bit because I like to, you know, like I said before, I praise Yahuwah. And so when I'm up there, you know, I try to give my all. So, you know, trying to be up there running around, jumping around, praising on top of trying to keep up with how my rap style is and cadence. You know, you gotta work a little bit.
You gotta practice, right?
Breathing together.
All praises. I'll be like, that's the Ruach. That's all Ruach.
Right. Yeah, that's all praises, man. That's what I was looking for. Much prayer and preparation always brings success. So I can't wait to see you, man. This will be my first time meeting you, and from artist to artist. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am as well. I think I'm a little bit more excited because I don't know how you went up under my radar, Reggie. And I do apologize for that. There's a lot of truth artists out there. For some reason, I had never came across your music until I got with Sister Delta not long ago, and she was telling me that you was going to be. And I went to there. I was like, man, how I've been missing this here? I mean, you know, track after track was fire, brother. So for the time that I have missed, I'm making up for it now. You've been, you know what I'm saying? You've been in rotation real heavy here lately, brother. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't wait to meet you, man. And brother, we're gonna have to get you back to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. For a formal interview and have you here as a guest as well to the show, brother. Is there anything that you would like to give us? Or anything that you would like to say? As far as go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, go finish. You can finish your thought.
Oh no, I would just ask, yeah.
I mean, really, I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just excited to, you know, fellowship with my pocket. That's just how I am. I look at every you know, feast day, you know what I'm saying? Feast day, whether you believe in feast days, don't believe in feast days, got different calendar. Like, I don't worry about all that, you know. I'm more about, you know, fellowshipping with Mosh Pocket.
Amon.
Himself said, you know what I'm saying? The master himself, you know, he even said, you'll know you're my taught ones by the love you have for each other. So I try to always show that first and foremost because, you know, I proclaim to be a taught one of the master. So that was one of the things he said. So, you know, I go around like-minded believers. We all have coming into the truth, knowing who we are as a people, understanding why we went through what we went through. So it's just more of like that bonding with family. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I look forward to the most.
Come
on. Yeah. Dallas gonna treat you real well, man. I can promise you that. Dallas is gonna treat you well. And I don't know what the temperature gonna be like, but it might feel like summertime to you for being way up there.
I mean, yeah, really. I mean, it's not, you know, if anything over 40, definitely.
Say, Reggie gonna come to Dallas, Sister Delta, some shorts and some shorts and a white beater. Yeah, it's gonna be snow on the ground.
Especially when the 30s is a little warm. I'm like, when he's right. I'm like, wait a minute,
I feel me. I am being up here all my life, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, You know, you get used to it. But at the same time, I'm like, the older I gotten, I'm like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. Right. Well, we definitely got room in the South. Now, I don't know about Houston. We full here in Houston, but we got room in the South though, for sure. Yeah. Delta.
Yes.
You done it again. You done found another great one.
Come on now.
That's what I do. All praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? My job is to help and assist everyone else with their light. You know what I'm saying? That's my job. I know how to play my role. I understand the assignment.
Come on, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, praise.
We need more people to understand their wheelhouse, because when you understand your wheelhouse and you know what your lane is, you will stay in it.
That's right. I know I can't sing. I know I can't dance. I can't do none of that. So I can assist the talent. You know what I mean?
Right.
Trying to make the
All
drip
praises.
like a soul train. That's what we trying to make the drip. We trying to. That's the stamp we trying to. You know what I'm saying? Not be soul train, but that's the vibe.
Right.
You know.
Right. I don't know. I might talk to Yo. We might get us a little chalkboard or something put in the back of the thing. The letters in. Yeah. Hey.
Put together these letters.
I'm
scramble on these letters.
I pick my fro out. You know what I said? That's I good stand up. You know what I'm saying? Already.
Don't let them do that to you, Sister Delta.
Already. But I tell you what, Reggie, we cannot wait to see you perform, man. More than anything, we cannot wait to meet you, brother, in the fellowship with you. Have us a grand time. We're going to make it something that we all going to remember. You know, and again, we're going to be getting back with you.
Yes.
All praise.
Yeah, we're going to be getting back with you and bring you on to the show, brother. So, you know, everybody know that when you come to Truth Be Told Flex Podcast, you become family. So we got to officially make you family real soon. We got to officially make you family. Yeah. All right, then. We'll say, brother, we thank you for stopping by. Sister Delta, we thank you as well. We're going to bring you back, Delta, with our next guest as well. And that being said, Reggie Kadesh, Shalom, and you will be back, man.
Kind. All praise to the Most High. Thank God for having me.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, sir.
Shalom.
Shalom. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. With Abba and Haban. 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 I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. With Abba and Haban. 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 Mimic disciples of God is the Bible, the blood is so vital. We giving you waters that's living no now while cursing the head of a puny reptile and giving all praise to the heavenly Abba. As long as he's for us and nothing can stop us, as long as this tour is all in our hearts. So we follow his path and we never depart. Showing love to the brethren, getting rid of all of the Lebanon. Trying to be better than flesh, we battling every day, stepping it with the sword of the word. We breaking the curse, we showing the world with the salt of the earth. The first will be last, the last will be first. We giving you all of the truth. Maybe that you will be one with it too. Woo! I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. With Abba and Haban. 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 I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. With Abba and Haban. 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 Mashiach prayed one day that we would be a god with him and I. The grind won't stop until well done is heard. So we don't run, we just praise Yahuda, the name. Our Yah, he reigns forever and ever. No ark can cover or neither umbrella. Best believe that we take heed when Abba he speaks. We on our knees. You're gonna 17, give us a remedy. Walking the steps of the heavenly building. Embedded me 517 be the path of affinity. Hallelujah, if you're feeling me, hallelujah, hallelujah. I had to say it again, giving all praise to him. Pray that I'm deep, where they even come in. See, even man what the roof. What haven't changed up your boots? Even to do what Yahushua would do. This is nothing but the truth. Yahushua said do what he commanded you to. This message is brought to you via Abba Yahu, courtesy of the root. high. I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. With Abba and Haban. 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 I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. I'm trying to be a god. With Abba and Haban. With Abba and Haban. With Abba and Haban. With Abba and Haban. With Abba and Haban.
Woo! That brother got me out of breath listening to him. Hey.
I'm ready to go get me something to eat.
Man, y'all caught me slipping, man. Y'all caught me slipping earlier, man. I was like, whoa, hey,
But looked up at the camera like, y'all kidding me. Oh, praises.
I ate off the camera.
Right. That was not supposed to happen. Yeah.
I like t-shirts on. Shout out to y'all. Thank you.
We just trying to be the light. We trying to be lights out there.
Right, too. They shine
Oh,
bright.
praises. Oh, praises. I tell y'all, for those that do not know Shanayim, this is one of the royal families of the Hebrew nation, man. When I say that they do it right, they do it right. Hey, we like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told again. How y'all doing?
We told, man. We just happy to be here, man. All praises to the Most High, man. You know, y'all Akeem to me, man. Y'all family, man.
Right. Already.
That's right.
Yeah. Last time you was with us, the family got a little sick. I'm assuming everybody is doing much better now.
Oh yeah, man. I appreciate you remembering that, man. Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah.
You got everybody sick, sis. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Right. What you got, Ayob? You want to start it off, my man?
And listen, I can't wait to see y'all at the Trip and Sip. I'm excited that Shanaim is going to be in the building. One of my favorite songs off the Wonderland album was All Love, that I was honored to be able to be blessed and do a track with this royal family. Just want to ask y'all, how excited are y'all? Is this y'all first Trip and Sip, right? So I know y'all excited. How excited now? I know the F3 was your first performance. This is going to be like your second performance. How excited are you guys to be with the Brew News and Sister Delta and coming to Dallas, Texas to be on the Drip Sip? How excited are you?
I'm excited. I'm more just, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say I'm a hard person to read with excitement. I'm just kind of even keel. But I am very excited and just happy to be, doing the work for the Most High. That's what I'm excited about. More than anything else. Yeah.
So did I hear Ayo right that the F3 family of fair, that was you guys' first performance? That was the first time y'all performed?
Yeah, that was our first time performing as an official group together. We done little stuff, just having fun with, just being her doing music together. But yeah, just after, putting out music and letting people hear it and performing for, folks that we just don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, praise.
How long have you guys been in the truth?
So 2020. So it's 2024. So
about 3 years, right at 4.
Yeah. That's when I say being in the truth, I want to make sure I clarify, because it's been 2020 since we really started moving and keeping them laws, statutes, and commandments, and really walking this walk. We actually realized who we were earlier, So I think 2016, 2017, where the Most High revealed to me who we were, that we were the children of the book. But I had to, bump my head and get, go through some things before I realized, man, I'm supposed to be walking this walk righteously. The Most High requires us to be Kodesh, and that's how I need to move and start living my life the way that He ordained us to be, ordained us to do. Because if we ain't walking it out, we ain't walking that walk, man. We ain't living we're not doing our job, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's all throughout the scripture that the Most High created Israel to specifically be a light to the world. And there are so many of us that miss that objective of who we are. But yeah, but I asked because by the quality of y'all music, it's evident that you guys had been doing music for a while. When and what was your first truth track together as as a group, or you call yourself a group, duo, or how do you refer to yourself?
Man, that's a good question, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess you would call it a duo, but I don't even feel like it's a duo. We just won. We just
Come on, man.
We just won.
That's right.
That's how
dig it.
You better say it, brother. You better say it. That's right.
So I don't know how to answer that question, to be honest.
Right.
But the first track we did together, it was the last track on the album. It was called Psalms 51. That was the first track we ever did together in 2021. And
2021.
we was pleased how that came out. And we just started recording music. And it was like, hey, man, this is fun. Man, the Most High, he really showed me that this is something that he wanted us to do together. And then it was for a purpose, though, because I had plans on having features and stuff like that, but the Most High was like, nah, this is something I want y'all to do and put together. That's why there's no features on the album. I just praise the Most High for having that opportunity and having the privilege to be used, for him to use us and use our marriage, and
as a light.
Kind.
It is.
Wow.
And you get to be married to your work partner.
Come on, man.
You know, it's like, oh, I
When you said it like that,
it's just
yeah. My wife over there looking at me like,
right.
Yeah,
good time to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I was asking those series of questions because I just want to know, as one that listened to y'all music and I see the energy that y'all put forth, brother, you sound a lot like Tupac in your delivery. You rap from your soul. You're not just on the mic. You're not just saying words. You are coming from your soul. You making people who don't listen to truth music stop, pay attention to what it is that you're saying, because you're saying it so powerful. And then you have your wife on these vocals and everything just coming together in harmony. And so the question I'm asking is the love that you're receiving from the nation, is it more than what you expected?
Yeah,
is it beyond your expectations?
Absolutely, man. I can't even put into the words how it's been from just the love that people have shared with us, man. That what the music has done. It's amazing, to be honest, man. I can't even. It's all praises to the Most High. And I appreciate the compliments, but this music stuff, the Most High showed me that this is serious. It's more than entertainment. A lot of people just want to entertain and think this is entertainment, but this isn't. It's warfare. That's how I look at it. This is how we move. Right. Every time you hear a verse, you hear a song with a beat. We sending shots at the enemy, and we expecting it to come back at the same time.
Come on.
It's a plus if people find it as entertaining, but we look at it as like, we at war, man. It's just a lot going on out here, and we got a job to do. So that's how we move.
Yeah, all praises, man.
That's it.
Because and I'll add to that, just like the latest video, the latest release, at the end, and I'm sure everybody can agree, the way y'all look at each other.
Man,
they love each other.
Mm-hmm.
They love each other.
Delta, it's true, genuine love from the Most High, that order, and you can tell the Ruach HaKodesh is all on y'all and in y'all, and that's with the example. And again, I'll keep saying it. I think that video, I see videos 9.6 thousand, 5.3. All of that is not Yasha Raw. A lot of that is the world, y'all. And they're watching and they're looking. And a lot of that is the lost sheep that haven't come into this truth yet, that will be coming just because they see how y'all look at each other, how y'all embrace. And then they be like, okay, they married couple and they got babies. Oh, wow.
Making it cool to be married again.
Yes, making it
cool to be righteous.
That's it. And that's
ordained. I want to go find me a wife to love on. So I want to endure. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, they singing, it's all about the pain for the Most High. They make it sound. Somebody say, you know what? I want to go through the pain for the Most High. Come on. So I yield. I just
one of the first laws in what you were saying, one of the first laws the Most High gave us was to leave your mother and your father and cleave to your wife and become as one. And they are absolutely, now I'm talking to you too, Shanayim. They are absolutely right. Looking at that video, and not just that video, every video that you guys make, you can see that love in y'all eyes towards each other.
Yes.
Brother, the Bible says that a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. She take care of you. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you take care of her. And it's evident. And that's what the enemy don't like. Hey, your music, I'm sure you throwing darts at him, but man, when that brother look at the foundation of your household, I can tell you right now that brother hate that, because that's what it is that he want to destroy. He want to destroy proper family order, man. And so, hey, from the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, we want to say thank you for coming with us. But I do have one more question before I let y'all up out of here. What are we to expect from Shanayim in Dallas, Texas? At the
I don't know.
He said, now you do it to me. Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't I tonight?
But no, I think that y'all should probably just expect us to come from a ruach of wanting to please the Most High. That's my perspective. Wanting to please the Most High. Prayerfully, the crowd like what they see, but for me personally, it's all about the Most High, what He wants us to do, how He wants us to present ourselves, and but I do pray that everybody be, enlightened and walk away better than they came, not because of us, but because of what the Most High put in us and everybody else on the stage.
That's right.
Come on.
Oh, praises. We cannot wait to see you guys. I thought I was going to get to meet you guys last July. It didn't work out for me to make it down there, but hey, if the Most High bless say the same, we will meet you guys in Dallas, Texas, second week in February. Cannot wait. Sister Delta, as always, you done knocked it out of the park, as one of my partners said. Again, it's going to be great. It's going to be epic. We cannot wait. So we're going to take Shanayim out with All Cap. This is one of my favorite ones. All Cap. We're gonna roll that. And then when we come back, we're going to get to the regular broadcast. We want to thank you guys for being with us. And hey, I told you the last time, y'all are always welcome to come here at the Truth Be Told Flex podcast.
I appreciate y'all, man. Total about all praises to the Most High. Shalom, y'all.
Shalom, brother. Shalom. All right.
You said that you love me, put nothing above me, but that's okay. You said you adored me, put nothing before me, but that's okay. I know what you told me, call me your Adonai, love me with your lips, but your heart is far from me. You said that you need me, but never deceive me, but that's okay.
Have you ever had your back to the wall? Had the back to the laws. Had to head right back to the boss. It's a revolution, stay concealed and resolved. What you gonna do when Babylon falls? What you gonna do when the Babylon drawn? What you gonna do when they ask for your arm? The ending is in the beginning. I died before willingly sinning. I pray for a ruach of wisdom. I've been redeemed by the kinsman. I did it for nothing, so don't come and thank me. Not from NY, but I will come and yank me. Not for the game, so don't try to come break me. I've been set free, so you cannot contain me.
These houses and break all the idols, remove all the high places. You said you tear down the houses and break all the idols, remove all the high places. You said that you love me, put nothing above me, but that's okay. You said you adore me, put nothing before me, but that's okay. I know what you told me, call me your Adoni, love me with your lips, but your heart is far from me. You said that you need me, will never deceive me, but that's okay.
Jump to Yahushua, my Adonai. I will not fear is my battle cry. Who walks in the midst of the candlelight? The trumpet so blow, then it's time to ride. Walk with an 8-foot staff in the ancient past. The strong get wise and the weak get mad. Separate the wheat from the tares and the chaff. Burn, let it burn. Burn to my ruach is lit, I'm on fire. I will not preach to the choir. The preacher at church is a liar. I just see bruises of vipers. I rode with Dakota Sheen, surrounded by soldiers and Gibberines. Keep the commandments by any means, like Mattathias and Maccabees.
You said that you love me, put nothing above me, but that's okay. You said you adore me, put nothing before me, but that's okay. I know what you told me, call me your Adoni, love me with your lips, but your heart is far from me. You said that you need me, will never deceive me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I might want to turn my camera on. Shalom, man. That was great, man.
Yeah, that was great, man. I can't wait to see Shanaim again, and I can't wait to meet Reggie and give Sister Delta a hug and all that. I can't wait, man. This drip.
Yeah, I know it.
It's gonna be special, man. Special.
It
time.
is.
Like
Kind of remind me of Passover.
Yeah, man. It's
You
like
know, all the families. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Everybody just come together. Yeah.
And it ain't huge. It's just that right fit, man. So I can't wait. Can't wait to see y'all, man. So everybody.
Man, look here. Yeah, exactly. Gonna be up there now. Well, look here, man. We lined up for the rest of this month as well.
Yep.
We got guests coming in every week, people. So, like I said, you're gonna have to show up to see who's gonna be at the door. Cause we ain't gonna tell. For everybody that is here tonight, please hit the like button. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel as well. Let's go ahead and get with the show. What we got, brother?
Oh man, we got a short but sweet Beyond Critical Race Theory tonight, and it's just amazing how many of these we've done, and I just never heard of them, or you hear a little bit. This is another one. I remember as a little boy reading Jet magazine and how they always would have the short stories about a lot of our accomplishments, right? This guy tonight, and when I seen it and ran across it, it sounded and he looked familiar, it sounded familiar, but I was like, why? Just, Beyond Critical Race Theory, we teach here and bring to recollection what we may not even know about or what we may have heard of, but they just don't teach it in our institutions. So tonight, we are going to revisit Mr. Reginald Francis Lewis. So check this out. Reginald Francis Lewis was the first Black American to build a billion-dollar company. He was born on December 7th, 1942 in Baltimore, Maryland. The creation of TLC Beatrice International Holdings Incorporated by Lewis was an amazing feat of hard work, remarkable ingenuity, and true genius from a man who grew up in a middle-class Baltimore neighborhood. Now, unfortunately, Lewis died on January 19th, 1993 in New York City at the age of 50 due to brain cancer. A little bit of background. Reginald Lewis would have become the first Black billionaire if he would not have succumbed to brain cancer at the age of 50 in 1993. At the time of his death, he was the richest African American in U.S. history. Never knew that.
Wow.
They never talk about this stuff. I never knew that. Lewis started out as an attorney, became the first African American man to head his own law firm on Wall Street. This is never talked about. How do we not know about this? In 1987, check this out. He mastered a $1 billion purchase of TLC Beatrice, which is a giant food distributor with 64 companies in 34 countries. Let me say that again. In 1987, now you got to understand, 1987, the rise of Oprah, affirmative action, all this stuff going on when things were starting at the beginning of changes. He was already doing this. He mastered a $1 billion purchase of TLC Beatrice, which is a giant food distributor, which was the umbrella corporation over 64 companies in 34 countries. Lewis would go on to run a business empire spanning 4 continents. In his spare time, he mentored African-American students and entrepreneurs. Lewis donated $1 million to Howard University and $3 million to Harvard Law School, where a building today is named in his honor. He holds the distinction of being the only African-American with a building named in his honor on an Ivy League campus. In the early 90s, Lewis tried unsuccessfully to buy the Baltimore Orioles, where he was born and raised. Now, all that what we just said, that's just a smidgen of what he done, but they turned him down for buying the Major League Baseball team, Baltimore Orioles. After his death, his brother and his widow, Loida, ran TLC Beatrice, but they would eventually sell the company for billions. At the time of his death, Reginald Lewis was worth $500 million. That, my friends, Reginald Francis Lewis.
Wow.
How you feel about that, man? That when I seen that, I was just blown away.
Hey, I've never heard of that, brother, but you know what I'm finna say.
Yeah.
And yes, I am that dude. I think they probably killed that man.
Man.
I do. I think they probably killed that man. Look, when you said TLC Beatrice, I'd never heard of it, so I had to look it up. Who owned it? It's owned by a Jew now.
Oh boy.
Listen to what you said he was worth when he died. Look at the acquirements that he had. But they said that they sold it for billions, right? Come on, man. This brother was too successful.
Yeah.
He was doing too much and they couldn't stop that brother. It was only one way to stop that brother, man.
He was a major threat. Major.
As the kids say, they had to unalive him.
Just think, in 1987, Magic Johnson was in his 20s playing for the Lakers. You didn't have too many of us doing that. 34 countries? Come on, man. Like, and if he would have purchased the Orioles,
yes,
which is one of the oldest franchises in Major League Baseball history, Baltimore with that type of Baltimore has a rich history and civil rights and a lot of the riots and stuff back in the day where they would because it's close to DC. So a lot of the legislature and a lot of that stuff, it spread out into Baltimore. To be doing that at his age back then, yeah. When I read this it's crazy you say that. And that's how the Ruach move. When you said that, I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if they unalive this brother.
Yeah, man, ownership of major sports team, whether it be Major League Baseball, whether it be NBA or NFL, that's a group. That's what's the word I'm looking for? That's a fraternity.
Right.
And we are not allowed in that fraternity. And the biggest people in that fraternity is Jews, right? They, you go back and look at the owners of these sports teams, they Jews and or white, right? At the same time. So this brother had the credentials, and he obviously had the means to be able to acquire the Baltimore Orioles. Just like Cosby when he was trying to get NBC. They couldn't stop Cosby from buying it. The only way they could stop Cosby from buying it was take it off the market and say, hey, or just say that we not going to buy it to you. He had the money. Huh?
Not going to sell it to you.
Yeah, not going to sell it to you. My bad. Yeah, he had the money. He had the credit. He had everything that was needed to be able to. Yeah, he had the wealth. He had everything. So instead of unaliving Cosby, they sent him a message by killing his son. He understood, but his people didn't. They kept going after it, and now he in the situation that he in now. But this brother Reginald Francis Lewis, at that particular time, I'm sure he caught these white people on a blind side. Ain't no way in the world a Negro supposed to been doing that great.
And at that not time. An actor or a ball player, just
exactly.
A businessman.
Just a businessman doing it the right way.
Man.
Making money that they not giving him. It's almost like he taking it. And so they looking at this like, this is money that, that Steinberg is supposed to have, and this Negro Lewis got it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And he was continuing to grow. That's the difference between being rich and wealthy.
Right.
That's generational wealth, what he was doing. And that's one of the things that they're scared of the most is Negroes having generational wealth. We'll make you rich.
Yeah. But you can't have any assets.
Right.
Yeah, we'll let you be rich.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
We'll let you be rich.
Right.
Because when they let you be rich, you have a ceiling. And they give you that ceiling. And if you even think about going up above that ceiling, you can come to the
Yeah.
So Reginald Francis Lewis, I was blown away.
Anybody in this family doing anything now? Anybody know? You didn't look that up, but not.
No. We could probably have a part 2. That was the next phase. Is looking up and seeing, because they say all it said was his widow and his brother. They ran the company for a little bit and then they sold it. So I wonder if he had any, it didn't say anything about his children. It didn't say anything about any other siblings. So and
that's the thing. Why would you sell it?
Well,
I'm sure they was.
You have to understand though, owning a business like this, being able to accumulate that much money, there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. And if that's not your wheelhouse, you don't want to ruin that. So it's just best to sell it and not try and keep it, because they may not necessarily have the business acumen to handle all of that. Because what he was able to acquire, what he was able to do, that's what was so surprising, especially at that time. You really think they're gonna let a black woman at that time, and somebody who's kind of behind the scenes, his brother, who don't necessarily have the same accolades as he does, do what he did? He went to I stepped out for a second, so I didn't hear all of it, but he actually was the first person to ever go to get accepted at Harvard Law School that did not apply.
That's crazy. Great. So that right there will put you on the radar. That alone, they're gonna be like, wait a minute.
He was a business-minded individual,
right?
To the point where, like, I think to some degree they probably thought they were going to be able to control him. And this is probably one of the few times I'm agreeing with you on one of your conspiracies this quick. But when they thought they were going to be able to control him, and they weren't,
it's not a conspiracy.
They weren't able to control him. They had to eliminate him. They had to eliminate the threat. So,
look at what they said he died from: brain cancer. That was their way of saying the Negro was too smart. Yeah. This nigga too smart.
Yeah, like who stopped it? Like it's crazy. And I agree with Jamil. Were they forced to sell it?
Yeah, that's where I was going until Bernat said what she said.
I mean,
So
because she Benoff has the point, because if you don't have, like she said, it ain't about being smart or book smart. If you don't have the acumen, like the well-roundedness of how business work and how assets and liquid assets,
and you would have to have people that you trust. It's not like you could just bring people in to run it for you, right?
If they was paying people that they didn't trust, and if money started getting missing, they might have been like, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead, sell it now, get the money, and y'all go ahead. We're not gonna, y'all won't let us win anyway.
Right, because I think at the end of the day, they probably also didn't want to tarnish his legacy. Because if you do ruin what he built without selling it off and you end up losing the business, I think I'd much rather have my business sold than to have it lost because I couldn't financially do what my husband was doing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Totally agree. Come on.
But it says that the Chicago. I just want to let me read this. It says Chicago, Illinois, U.S. in 1987. Its international food operations was sold to Reginald Lewis, a corporate attorney, creating TLC Beatrice International, after which the majority of its domestic brands and assets was acquired by Kohlberg Kravis Roberts, with the bulk of its holdings sold off. So it eventually ended up in the hands of a Jew. And that, my friend, I am not too fond of myself. But hey, beautiful beyond critical race theory, man.
As usual.
That blew me away, bro. I was like, wow. Just wow.
Yeah, that one went under the radar.
That one went under the radar for real.
I ran across that, and shouts to AfricanArchives.com on X, formerly known as Twitter. They do a great job with bringing these stories and dropping links, and you can kind of go to the website and sort of click on things and see what. So once again, I want to do a part 2. Hopefully, I'll remind myself to do some more digging and research and see, what's going on today with his legacy, and how his family is, if anybody is still around, and yes,
right.
Expect the part 2.
All right, yeah. Well, thank you for that one, man. Let's get right to one of our topics. What we got, but not.
All right. So the World Health Organization, or as we call it, the WHO, they're doing what the WHO does.
Whoing.
They whoing. They are whoing. So WHO is launching a global scientific process to update the list of priority pathogens, agents that can cause outbreaks or pandemics, to guide global investment, research and development, especially in vaccine tests and treatment. On Friday, November the 18th, WHO is convening. They started meeting to convene over 300 scientists who will consider the evidence on over 25 virus families and bacteria, as well as disease X. Disease X is included to indicate an unknown pathogen that could cause a serious international epidemic. The experts will recommend a list of priority pathogens. Let me repeat that. The experts will recommend a list of priority pathogens that need further research and investment. The process will include both scientific and public health criteria, as well as criteria related to the socioeconomic impact, access, and equity. The list was first published in 2017, and the last prioritization exercise was done in 2018. The current list includes COVID-19, Crimean Kong hemorrhagic fever, Ebola virus, Marburg virus disease, Lassa fever, Middle East respiratory syndrome known as MERS, and severe acute respiratory syndrome known as SARS, Nipah, henopaviral diseases, Rift Valley fever, Zika, and now disease X. So I know I just rattled off a lot of information, but your WHO organization has decided that we need to start looking into what the next big pandemic will be. And based on the name that they gave, Disease X, I'm afraid of where this is going to lead. So I'll toss this to you guys and let you kind of talk about your thoughts on WHO organization and this Disease X.
Go ahead, Doc.
Man, I came across this article, and as I was reading it, I said to myself, these people for real must really believe that we are crazy. But what's sad, Ayob and Manat, is that the majority of the population is crazy. Kat said something on Club Shay Shay. He said that people want to be led, and he was not lying when he said that. And that's the problem, is that we got too many people in this world wanting to be led, which allow organizations like WHO, which is the World Health Organization, to do what it is that they are doing to us. They say Disease X will be 20 times deadlier than DVOC 91. That's what they say. But this is the thing about Disease X. It does not exist. So how in the world are you going to say that it's going to be 20 times deadlier than DVOC 91 when it don't even exist? Disease X isn't a specific illness. This is what they say. This is what WHO say. But a term assigned to a potential novel, which is new, infectious agent currently unknown, but carrying the potential for severe microbial threats. How is an unknown infectious agent that does not exist carry a potential for a severe microbial threat?
To answer your question, if they plant it. If they plant it and plant it somewhere, that is how.
Pandemic.
So that goes back to all of those ridiculous names that Banat Shalahaya called off in introducing this subject. Where did they come from? They came from the same place that Disease X is going to come from.
Exactly. What the picture that Banaf had up was the little test tube. She had the little hazmat suit on, like she a doctor in the lab, squeezing the tube into her. See that? That's what they do. And then they see what they can come up with, and they feed. Then they do what they do these test runs. They'll put it in a small little area to see how many people, if you have an influx of emergency room or hospital visits. Is it respiratory? Does it attack the skin? And that's what and then they eliminate it, and then they test it more and more and more until you have an actual bioweapon. I mean, look at all the video games, Call of Duty, all them games. We're gonna talk about this makes the next topic all the more to pay attention to, because this could be linked to something like this. One of your government officials get missing, and then all of a sudden, boom. It's Mission Impossible. The Bourne Identity. This is what they do.
Right.
So, Sheer knows I'm a huge I'm almost embarrassed to say it, zombie movie fan. Stop it. But let me tell you how I got stuck on this, because some of the things that happen and some of the information that they tell you, it's like they're hiding it in plain sight.
Right.
All of this stuff is planned, right? And if you've watched any of those movies like Outbreak, Contagion, there was another show where they really laid out and explained. It only lasted for 2 seasons, but they really laid out and explained that the virus that got out, they let it out intentionally.
Yeah.
It just got further than they had anticipated it was going to go. But what happened is, once it got out there, they had to start shutting stuff down. So kind of what we experienced during DVOC 19 or DVOC 91 shutdown, when all of that started to happen, and we were having to wear the mask and some of the different things that were going, keeping us away from each other, the social distancing kind of deal. One of the things that they did is they shut down internet services. They shut down cell services. So you couldn't communicate with anybody. If you were on right side of the fence, those are the people that you were going to engage with. If you were on the left side of the fence, those are the people you were stuck engaging with.
So you only had to get information from or rely on whatever that was.
Correct, but there was a heavy military presence, and all of these I've watched. There's always been a heavy military presence, and the military basically stands their ground and they dictate who gets to go where and how they get to go, and they shell out food. And once the food is gone for that day, that's the end of that. Right. And you got to scrounge and resource, and people are going after each other and doing things that you probably wouldn't necessarily do to try and stay alive. But I watched that kind of stuff once so I can get some techniques and tools and stuff I can figure out how to use if this were to happen. But it always amazes me how they put this information out there, because I always say, if they can dream it, if you can put it in a movie, chances are they're already working on it. They're already doing it. They just haven't unleashed everything yet.
Were you about to say something, Ayo?
I was just going to say, that was something. The thumb looked like it was about to pop up, but it disappeared. Anyway, to land back on what Banath is saying, if you look at all the movies, World War Z, 28 Days Later, like she said,
yes,
to get people on the right that you only dealing with people on the right, people on the left only dealing with people on the left. The reason the way to break that gap where they're not intercrossing and being able to stick together is the internet. The internet is the first. Every movie, the internet. Look at Leave the World Behind. Cell phone, internet, TV went out. The next thing, now we know, of course, food, but the next thing in every movie that's consistent is medicine. Medicine for people. Leave the World Behind. He needed medicine for his son, and it was about to go down just for
that medicine. It's two things this is real life, real time right now. Laying back on what both of you guys said, but initially what Banath was talking about, which prompted this particular conversation. Here in Houston just the other day, she told me about it. I did not know about it. Didn't they just do a military exercise?
Yeah, it was a notification I received from a ex-coworker of mine. She doesn't live in Houston, but somebody in Houston sent it to her.
And what did it say? Can you find that? Yeah, listen to the verbiage of this military exercise, y'all.
Hold on, let me get a
glass. We talking Hollywood being lived out in reality, man. It's like she say, and she is not lying, man. I leave the house, she watching some zombies walking. I come back 8 hours later, I still see zombies. My bad.
These people thinking all I do is watch TV.
But all your business in the streets,
right, man.
Everything.
All right, let me read this to you. So it says, the Department of Defense, in conjunction with the Houston Police Department and other local and federal law enforcement agencies, is conducting training in the city of Houston through January 28. This exercise has been planned long in advance in cooperation with HPD and local authorities. It is not in response to any current world events and is expected to have minimal impact to our community. Residents may hear noise or see helicopters in the evening and early morning hours during the exercises. This type of collaborative training between local, state, and federal partners is very common as we continue to work to provide the best service to the public. To maintain the highest level of security, there are no public viewing opportunities planned during the exercises.
So
that was the same face I made.
They said that this is common. It's not common to me, first of all. Secondly, let's understand the process. This is what we call conditioning. They got to condition you to get used to These not even ghetto birds. I was about to call them ghetto birds. These are military helicopters flying. You got to get used to this stuff, right? And they already know that we as people, it don't take, we like mice. Don't you know that they study mice? Yes. They take mice, put them in projects to see how they're going to react. And they do the same thing that they did to the mice on the people. Okay. You don't believe me? Go look it up. So this is what they're doing here. So you look at these movies like World War Z and Containment and The Walking Dead 1 through 25. You look at these movies and see what be going on, and we're about to see the same thing out in the street. I just saw a trailer that my brother shared with me that's called Civil War. Why in the world is they making a movie called Civil War? You see what I'm saying? Look, we got a whole president in the office right now that's batty as hell. And we ain't got nobody who they can find that is competent enough to take his place. See? Nobody, right? So if you never believed us when we said the end is near, hey, just look around.
Many Tekel Parson. The writers on the wall. The days are numbered. I mean, Babylon's been knowing this for a long time, and to land back off what Banaf just read and what you just said, they always slip up, and they always tell you what they're gonna do. The New York Post, you sent me an article, right, talking about the WHO and the World Health Organization. Check this out. It says disease X is a hypothetical placeholder virus that has not yet been formed, but scientists say it could be 20 times deadlier than DVOC 91. It was added to the WHO's short list of pathogens for research in 2017.
Yes.
That could cause a serious international epidemic, according to a 2022 WHO press release. Check this out. Ghebreyesus said, which is the co-director of the WHO, said that DVOC 91 was the first disease X, but it's important to prepare for another pandemic. Now, listen to this. We lost many people during DVOC because we couldn't manage them. Wait. So you're managing the.
You hear what they said? Read that again, because I think that probably went over people's head.
Listen
to what this man just said.
We lost many people during DVOC because we couldn't manage the people.
That's what he said.
Not the virus that was so-called out there. Manage that to condense it down and find out where it was produced at or where it started at, and put parameters about it and break it down and go away. But they wanted to manage the people.
That's right.
Y'all, they always step up and tell you what they're gonna do. Just like y'all were just speaking about in the text messages read. They telling you this ain't coming. That ain't coming to be hearing no bird flying. You know how loud helicopter propellers are close up if it's going right over you? Come on, man. So yeah, I just wanted to read that article. Yep. They telling you.
I appreciate you bringing that out, because that was my next talking point, and this segued greatly to that. But before I get to that, I want to get that second point, because you made it. You made it. We can't miss the medication. Medication is one of the internet and then the medication. Don't you know that there is a whole major United States Postal Service here in Houston that held people mail back? People was not getting their mail. For how long, Red, was they holding mail?
Weeks, like 3 weeks.
Think about the medications that people was waiting on that they were not getting. And you know what the reason that they was holding this mail back? People packages and mail. They say that they was trying to reconstruct the post office, do construction on the post office to make the post office better. So therefore, there wasn't no sorting and sending out packages. I was waiting on pairs of glasses, and that joker left Las Vegas, did it leave Las Vegas, come straight to Texas?
I think it made one pit stop, but it left January 4th.
It left January 4th, but it made it to Texas, made it to Houston, Texas,
like
and it
January
just stopped.
6th.
And it just stopped. It's not moving. Wow. Just stop. Then the news started running about the post office. They not sending no mail out. Do you understand? Do you understand the dangers in that, man? People for real depend on the United States Postal Service to move. Did you freeze, Ayo? You still wave? No, okay, then you good. Okay, then yeah. No, you good. You were so still. I thought you froze over, man.
I'm just deep thought about that.
They will stop. And when you said medications, that made me think of that, because that was the first thing I said to my wife. I said, well, what about people who is dependent on medications? But even though I said that, I didn't put that in the frame of what it is that we're talking about right now. I was just looking at the point that people missing out on their medications. Now, to land back on what you were just saying on that article, we lost many people because we couldn't control them. That was not no mistake.
Well, that's not a mistake. They put that.
That's not a mistake.
Right there.
They just don't expect people to understand what they're saying. And that brought me to my next talking point, is that saving lives is not the main objective of who?
Absolutely not.
No.
Saving lives
of the government. That's not their job. Or
that's not their exactly.
That's not what they out here for.
It's the treaty. We see. That's what the World Health Organization, they are looking for a treaty, a world treaty, meaning that all nations will be on one accord to take away more liberties and moving forward to the one world government. People, look, you can say it ain't gonna never happen. You got people out there that for real say it ain't. It's happening, folks. Now, it ain't gonna last long. Just go read Daniel. It is not gonna last long, but it's gonna happen. Every organization has its head. This here should sum it up right here. This here to me was when I kept reading this one particular article, when I got to this point here, I said, there it is right there. Just like what you read. Every organization has its head, and who has his head too? And apparently whose head is Bill Gates? This is what it says. Out of all of this here, it said a study supported by the Gates Foundation backed organization resolved to save lives indicate that global investments of $124 billion over 5 years could significantly enhance preparedness. This preventative approach aims to reduce the massive economic cost associated with pandemics, such as the 16 trillion impact of the COVID-19 on the world. Right now, Ayob read something, and I'm just to add a little bit to it. Who said that COVID-91 claimed approximately 7 million lives globally? Experts project that disease X, even though it don't exist yet, and I don't know how they can decide what it's going to do, but they say the disease X is going to be catastrophic, potentially causing an estimated 50 million fatalities worldwide. That sounds like a culling to me. That's what that sound like. They telling you we finna kill some more of you.
50 million?
50 million worldwide. 50 million.
And what was DVOC 91?
They said DVOC 91 approx 7 million.
50
million.
50.
Crazy.
Hey, I wished I could put it on the screen. Let me see if I can present it. I'm gonna see if I can present this.
FIDTY 50.
Right, 50 million.
Wow.
50 million. Yep, there it is. Let me see. I don't know if y'all gonna be able. Can you see that? It's right down where it says, right up under the O, disease X potential impact.
There it is right
Can
there.
you see it? Yeah.
Right after catastrophic, potentially causing an estimated 50 million
50 million fatalities worldwide. And dude, remember the shutdown and how the news was running and everything that we saw during DVOC 91, right? if they talking, that was just 7 million that they say, they talking 50 million. Hey, you might as well forget Days of Our Lives if that's what y'all watching. I don't even know if that still come on no more. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Look here. All you gonna be seeing is bodies on the news. That's it.
Now when they was having reels of all the coffins a couple years ago and all on social media of trucks hauling the black coffins, you thought it was for DVOC 91, but no, they telling you get ready for that.
There you go. Yep. And you know that they made hospital beds to where that they just fold down and put you in a coffin just right there. You just like you die and just boop, 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 you ready to go.
Well, truth be told,
facts.
I don't even think it's going to be hospital beds. Again, I revert back to my show experience. They just pulling bodies out and setting them on fire.
Yeah.
50 million? You're not going to be able to have that many coffins. You pulling bodies out and setting them on fire right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a comment. Let me see if I can get that on the Yamil Yasharala. Appreciate you for joining the show.
I saw that too.
About pandemic plan of who we from the Philippines. Thank y'all for watching from the Philippines. Already know that the pandemic will start on May 2024.
Mercy.
And see, when you got folks from our audience, thank y'all for joining. Yamil Yasharala, I think this is your first time. Appreciate you. When you got people that's from different parts of the world and they tune in, man, you get good information like that. So y'all, once again, not to be fearful, we just bring you the information, and people that join this show from other countries and all around, they come with the information for we to be spiritually prepared for this as the Most High would have us, and to be aware of what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
And that's great information right there to just keep in the back of your mind. Pay attention.
You know, one of the things that they do, I'm sorry, I apologize. One of the things that they do is that they allow us to go back to sleep, starting to feel like everything is right.
People get comfortable.
They want you to get comfortable. Exactly. And then bang, out of nowhere, they hit you with a right, you know. And now, you know what I'm saying? You look at you like, what is going on? See, we've been too comfortable over here in the West. This is something that I say all the time. People on the other side, well, we know it ain't a globe, but just for the speaking's sake, okay?
Just for the sake of the conversation, y'all.
Right. People on the other side, I can't even form my mouth to say it, but them that's over there used to bombs flying, and they used to, you know, catastrophes. That we too comfortable over here. We've never, in our generations, we haven't seen anything like that. We don't know what war looked like. We really don't. We know how to take the war to other places, but we've never seen it over here. Right. And so this is the sad thing. When war do break out over here, it's not going to be other nations, bro. We're going to be fighting each other.
And the number one thing that leave the world behind showed us, I think a lot of us will be able to survive. No food and no medicine or this thing right here.
Man, what you talking?
People gonna lose their minds.
People will lose their minds if you try to go to the internet and that
can't
get on.
Man, you can't hit that blue F, and
hit that blue F, and that thing just spins, bruh. People will absolutely. That's what's gonna take it over the brink.
You go see families. You go. Hey, I'm laughing,
but bro, we laugh because, like I said, we know to hunker down for it.
It's gonna be insane.
People that's not in this truth. Or in this truth and not really foundationally set on when that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Try to hit the emergency call. You know when you try to hit the little white phone in the green block and you hit it and it says emergency calls only. Mm-hmm. When the emergency call don't even work.
Right.
That sizzling your ruach for a couple seconds. Like, think about that, man.
Leave the world behind. What did he go look for? He went to go look for a satellite phone. Satellite phone did not work.
And it didn't even work.
He just had to go into the town to get some type of newspaper just to see what's going on. He couldn't take it. He just had to go.
Yeah, man. So hey, look here. They want you to feel a sense of normalcy so that they can take it away from you, so that they can come back and say, hey, we got the solution for it. And the solution that they're going to have with the solution on DVOC 19 was their technology in the syringe. Just take the technology in the syringe. Everything is going to be all right. I can only imagine what their solution is going to be for disease X that has not even yet existed, but yet potentially can kill 50 million people. Bruh, make that make sense. Make that man. That's like me saying, I'm gonna have a third generation grandchild that's gonna be the greatest basketball player that ever played. Bruh, he ain't even born yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, that's what he gonna do.
Right. It's gonna be crazy, y'all. People gonna wish. People gonna wish they had Optimus Prime and Bumblebee here to save everybody. That's how it's gonna be crazy.
Right. You good? Okay. All right then. That must have been good to you. Okay. But yeah, we fit to go ahead and hit our next song break. We're gonna come back with our next topic that look, like Ayob said, that's one of the major priorities the Truth Be Told in with us. That those that tune in with us be informed on what's going on. We're not doing this so people can be fearful. We're doing this so that you can know and nobody be caught off guard. Can you still hear me? Because I just had some buffering. Am I still being heard?
Yeah, I can hear you, but they buffering.
Okay, then I think we're good. Yeah, this the first time. This the first time in a long time. All right. Yeah. All right, then. Well, let's go ahead and go to the music break because I think they sweating right now. Hey, we finna pause. Yeah. We'll pause. Let's go to the song break.
Hallelujah. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Hallelujah.
I'm trying to make the kingdom, Mish.
We all trying to make it in the kingdom. But there's only one way to get there. One way. You gotta go through that fire. You gotta get through that first. Let me tell you something. 144. Fire purify silver, fire purify gold. But the furnace of affliction, y'all purify souls. See that sin and that wickedness? Yeah, that dross gotta go. You want it in the kingdom, he don't deal with fools gold. Hard press is a narrow way, for the life, for eternity. For the greatest prize for mankind, yeah, you gotta walk it worthily. I ain't trying to gas you up, dude. I'm just trying to give you that truth. People will call you nuts, though. See me, they call me cashew. Cause I go hard for the kingdom. Randy, you're pointing a demon. Myriad of angels, no legion. Ducking them Jezebel scheming. In living water or semen. Y'all open eyes, now I'm seeing. It is his laws that I'm keeping. I am in love with his precepts. Woo! I am in love with his precepts. Yes! Felt so nice, I had to say it twice. In the dark, it is my only lie. In the fire, I know it right beside. In the furnace, no, I keep it cool. If you see me, then you see him too. If it's more than me, know it it'll be. If you really don't, read Daniel 3. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. That's what Yahweh has chosen you. Woo! In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. That's what Yahweh has chosen you. Woo! In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. That's what Yahweh has chosen you. Woo! In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. Here we go. That's what Yahweh has chosen you. Woo! Dysentery, you a fool. Doing shame some moves. Grab a wicked one by the hair. Had a heathen screaming like Lou. Watch how I finish them. What scriptures I'm giving them. Trying to get them to turn before they burn like a fire they swimming in. Isaiah, Ezra, Malachi, Ezekiel, even Jeremiah. All testify by my side. Telling you, man, he alive. He the spirit-fired son of Yah. Suffer much for our redemption. See the parallel, pay attention. To see esteem, you gotta face affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. That's what Yahweh is telling you. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. That's what Yahweh is telling you. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. That's what Yahweh is telling you. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. In the furnace of affliction. That's what Yahweh is telling you. Hear this, O house of Jacob, who are called by the name of Yasharal, and have come from the waters of Yehuda, who swear by the name of Yahuwah, and profess the Elohim of Yasharal, though not in truth or in righteousness. For they call themselves after the set-apart city, and lean on the Elohim of Yasharal. Yahuwah Zabaoth is his name. I have declared the former events from the beginning, and they went forth from my mouth, and I made you hear them. Suddenly I acted, and they came to be, because I knew that you were hard, and your neck was an iron sinew, and your forehead bronze. Therefore I declared it to you long ago. Before it came, I made you hear, lest you should say, my idol has done them, and my carved image and my molded image commanded them. You have heard, look at them all, and do you not declare it? From now on I shall make you hear new ones, even hidden ones, which you have not known. Now they shall be created, and not long ago. And before this day you have not heard them, lest you should say, look, I knew them. No, you have not heard. No, you have not known. No, from of old your ear has not been opened, because I knew that you are indeed treacherous, and are called a transgressor from the womb. For my name's sake I postponed my displeasure, and for my praise I held it back from you, so as not to cut you off. See, I have refined you, but not as silver. I have chosen you in the furnace of affliction.
All right, Rich, go dance with him. Bingo. Okay.
Yeah. Y'all, I swear I don't know how I missed that brother music, man, but I did.
No, man, I gotta get up on with you too, man. I've been slugging. Gotta get them last two cuts tonight, boy. Yeah, you got some bangers, man.
There is something that Israel needs to be looking for. Monday, I believe it's the 29th. Jamil, the trunk rattler, will be releasing the thoughts of a prophet, and I tell you, there is props to being in the podcast business. The brother dropped it on me, and hey, brother, it's fire. Can you say fire in a good way? It's the PH fire. It ain't even the F fire. Right. It's the fire. Pahaya.
Right. or it's just FIE. Fire.
You know, it's just fire. Yeah. So hey, look here. Before we get up out of here tonight, you will get a taste of it that will be coming out as well. So be looking for that on the 29th, Monday. He's going to be dropping that EP, Thoughts of a Prophet. What we got next, Benan?
All right. So this story first broke on January 8th. Defense Secretary Lloyd J. Austin III, you only have names like that if you're somebody in politics. Lloyd J. Austin III was hospitalized for several days, January 1st through January 4th, after having complications from prostate cancer. So let me run down a timeline of events. So Friday, December 22nd, Secretary Austin undergoes an elective medical procedure at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland, and stays overnight. Deputy Secretary Kathleen Hicks, the number 2 at the Pentagon, is giving temporary authority, but isn't told why. Saturday, December 23rd, Austin returns home after his procedure. Saturday, December 30th through Sunday, December 31st, at some point over that weekend before the New Year's Day, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said he spoke with Austin, but a medical issue did not come up. Tuesday, January 2nd, General C.Q. Brown, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, is informed that Austin has been hospitalized the night prior. Thursday, January 4th, at about 4 a.m. Eastern Time, the U.S. carries out an airstrike in Baghdad that kills a leader of an Iranian-backed Iraqi militia group and his associate. The Pentagon says the strike was approved by Austin before he was hospitalized. January 5th, Austin resumes his duties as secretary from the hospital in a private room. The Pentagon hasn't shared when he was released from intensive care. In the afternoon, the secretaries of the Army, Navy, and Air Force, as well as the military chiefs of those services, received their first notification that Austin had been hospitalized. Also in the afternoon, the Pentagon gives notice to Congress and shortly after releases a public statement. Last Thursday, the House Armed Services Committee asked Defense Secretary Lloyd J. Austin to testify next month about the decision that he and his aides made to keep the fact that he was hospitalized for several days after complications from his prostate cancer procedure. How much sense does it make that the Secretary of Defense is in the hospital and nobody knew?
All right, let me say this, and I'm gonna let you have it. Real talk. Who's to say he didn't inform the president of his absence? Like real talk.
Stop it.
And Biden just forgot.
Stop it.
You know,
and Biden would never admit to it, right? And Biden probably forgot that he was told. And so you got Lord Austin now in the catch-22. You asking me these questions, but I can't answer them because I got to protect Sleepy Joe because he forgot that I told him. I mean, I'm just saying it is plausible, but go ahead, Ike.
It is. Listen,
look at that look. That's a look of, man, I told this nigga. That's what that look is.
Man, that nigga know I told. He know I told. You know he's 327 years old. You know he just put down the phone. I heard him talking to Jill and going back to sleep, and he didn't even turn the phone on. I still hear him talking in the bed. You know look. Hey, on the side, say he forgot. But yeah, my soliloquy is real quick, and this is no conspiracy theory, but like me and you was talking the other day, and like we was talking a little while ago about now y'all remember the first topic we just had, right? And now you think about how they tell us in movies. Now you go to all the Jack Ryans, all the Jack Reacher, Mission Impossible movies. What happened? Somebody from the government get missing and meeting somebody that ain't got no business in some airport in an old hangar, a plane hangar off grid with a briefcase with some money and some other stuff in it. Now, I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm gonna read you this article from New York Times. You know, we talk about, and I premise that with this. We talk about checks and balances, right? We talk about in the government. Everybody in 5th grade, 6th grade U.S. history, you learn the executive, the legislation, and the judicial. Okay, President Biden is and his team.
I was awake on that day.
Right. That's right. I was awake too.
I was awake on that day.
The executive branch is the president, his cabinet, and Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State. You heard him mention Anthony Blinken. Y'all remember Anthony Blinken is the one that got the phone call from the lady from the UK that said that it has been done right after the pipeline in Russia had been destroyed. So kind of get, this is how they talk. This is how they text and communicate with each other. They're politicians. So the judicial branch is the judges, the Supreme Court, all that stuff. Checks and balances. The executive branch is the president and his staff. Right there in the middle, you got the legislation, which is your Congress. Your Congress has to know so they can approve everything. That is whether somebody is going to drop a bomb somewhere or if somebody is calling out of work. They got to know. They have different, the senators that you see in there, they have assistants that keep record and track if somebody call out to work. This is all the Pentagon, right? So I'm going to read this passage right here. This from the New York Times. January 18, 2024. It says the House Armed Services Committee on Thursday asked Defense Defense Secretary Lord J. Austin III to testify next month. Now, I think on the last show, we talked about this, how Congress will bring you in, how they did Claudine Gay. They bring you in, y'all see them on ABC, they be sitting there, and they got all the congressmen up there asking them questions. Well, this is coming for Lord J. Austin, because he's got to answer. Said to testify next month about why he and his aides kept secret from the White House for several days that he was hospitalized after having complications from prostate cancer surgery. It says the committee chairman, Representative Mike D. Rogers, Republican of Alabama, said that Congress must understand what happened and who made decisions to prevent the disclosure of the whereabouts of a cabinet secretary. Mr. Rogers said that he scheduled a hearing February 14th after he accused Mr. Austin of evading important questions about the secretary's hospitalization during a recent phone call between the two men. So they didn't already talk. He didn't already told him, look, we're gonna have, we got to bring you in. Y'all know, y'all done seen this stuff in the movies, man. This stuff is, y'all done seen this stuff. They get on the phone. He was evading. Didn't want to answer the questions. So he said, specifically, I am alarmed you refuse to answer whether you instructed your staff to not inform the President of the United States or anyone else of your hospitalization. Mr. Rogers said in a letter to Mr. Austin that the committee made public on Thursday night. He says, unfortunately, this leads me to believe that information is being withheld from Congress. So y'all, it's about to get serious.
It's about to get real serious.
It's about to get real serious. This stuff, Wag the Dog, the movie Wag the Dog, whether they planted it or not, this is the Olivia Pope and Scandal. All the TV shows has got to do with politicians and government. This is it. So now they want to know what happened. What were you in a hangar exchanging money for the secrets that conspiracy theorists is running with? And a lot of people understand that conspiracy theorists, they starting to look right after all the stuff they've been saying. So that's my premise and my take on it. I just think that this is about to get real serious. Congress is going to lay into him because he's one of us. And he's got one of the highest positions in the land. And how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You gotta, and this how they spin it. You gotta answer to the American people. Where were you? Why didn't you say something? So I yield with that. It's about to get crazy.
I just emailed you a letter that he wrote to Lloyd expressing his disbelief to him. He said he had just talked to him and you said that you was going to answer these questions. But Truth Be Told Flex Podcast, today's word is theatrics.
Theatrics.
That's what today's word is. Theatrics. There is nothing that happened, and this is something I've been telling my wife and my family ever since the Most High has been allowing me to start understanding how the wicked in this earth works. There is nothing that happens by circumstance. Everything that happens is planned out. Everything that they bring to us on the news has already been well thought of. Somebody knew where Lord Austin III was at. Even if he went to the hospital, who's to say? I wasn't there. Even if he had pancreatic problems, who's to say? I ain't seen this doctor report. Prostate. Okay. I didn't see the doctor's report. They only give us the information that they want to give us. But the point of what I'm making is that they're setting something up. I play 2 to 3 games of chess a day. And every game that I play, there's no game that I play is the same as the game that I played before. Meaning that the person that I'm playing now, he has a different strategy than the person that I played previous. And I got to adjust my game to who I'm playing now. Because how I beat the person previous, I'm not going to be able to beat this person like this now. And so we're looking at different sides of the chessboard right now. We just talked about the medical side. Everything that we bring up on Truth Be Told Flex podcast, these are chess pieces being moved on a real live chessboard. Now we're looking at it from the government side. This is going hand in hand with what the WHO was talking about. What the WHO was talking about and what's happening with Lord Austin III goes hand in hand with the central bank digital currencies. All of this go hand in hand with the circus that we're seeing in the presidential race. All of this go hand in hand in everything that you're seeing. But peep this. This is not news to them because they already know what is happening.
Come on, man.
It's news to us. Now, how we react to it is up to us. They asked George Bush, Daddy Bush, I forget. I'm going to see if I can find that clip. I'm going to search to see if I can find it. But they asked George Bush, Daddy Bush, do you watch the news? You know what his reply was? I don't watch the news. Why? Because I already know what's going to happen. That's what he said, Daddy Bush. Okay? So, Manchurian Candidate, all of these movies, Jason Bourne. This is why we say people get cloned. Well, where did you go, Lord?
Where was you at?
Who summoned you? Right. What phone call did you get late at night that made you freeze and you turned and the door opened and you saw the light?
Right.
And you walked to it. Right. Look, this is how these depositions work. It's the same way it worked if you was to go to trial on a murder case or anything else. You being asked the questions. He who is being asked the questions is inferior to the ones that is asking the questions, meaning that there is nothing that Lord Austin III can say that's going to make yourself look good.
Oh, that's it. There
nothing.
Say it again.
I got a line screw.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
You know, hey, let's go.
So I really think I'm in the wrong profession. I should be what do you call?
I'll mute your mic. No, but go ahead.
All right. Don't threaten me. I really believe I have some Olivia Pope skills, because the first thing that I would do if I am a publicist for Mr. Austin, if I'm a publicist for him, the first thing that we would do is say, this is his health. HIPAA protects him from having to announce his health to anybody. One of the first things that I mentioned in that little timeline of events is that he did what? He notified
his AIDS.
No, not the AIDS.
Yeah, it was somebody else.
Not the AIDS. Who did he notify that he was going to go out? He notified Deputy Secretary Kathleen Hicks, the number 2 at the Pentagon. She was given temporary authority, but isn't told why.
So she should be the one that's being on.
No.
Why should she be then if he notified her? Because wouldn't it be her job to pass that information downhill?
That she, for HIPAA reasons, they're not obligated to tell you that.
Is it HIPAA reasons just saying that the man taking himself to the hospital?
That's a HIPAA violation.
Really?
I work in HR. So I know that if the president of my company comes to HR and says, hey, I've got this medical condition, I'm going to have to be out for a little bit, my number 2 is in charge for now. If somebody comes to me and asks me, why is number 2 in charge? All I can say,
you can't release that.
Because that's who he left in charge. He is unavailable at the moment.
We got somebody who can defend you over here in Friendswood. All you got to do is make a call on, bro. For a small fee.
I'm just saying. From that perspective,
Right.
That little piece of information right there, it's very plausible that they're going to use that. Don't be surprised if somebody says because of his health condition, because it was for health reasons, he was not obligated to share that information. He left somebody in charge. I'm going out. I don't have to tell her why.
Right.
But I'm going out. You got the reins right now.
Right.
Wow.
Hey. I yield.
Right. Because now if you put it like that, look, he gonna be up there on the 14th. Mr. Austin, could you just verify? You know how they just sit there and take the pen. Could you just tell us and verify your whereabouts? I mean, everybody was on New Year's was partying. You just got missing. Could you tell us where you were? You're gonna be like,
I am not obligated to share that information with you.
And I plead the fifth.
Right.
Next question.
So we gonna see a whole lot of them just turning red. They just gonna be turning. They
gonna be unbuttoning their suit. Well, you try to make it for TV. Well, I'm just gonna ask you like this.
So pull that picture up of him again. Pull that picture up again.
You're gonna tell the American people. You're just not gonna answer him.
That's right. I plead the fifth.
Where that pitch at?
It's coming.
That's gonna be devastating for me. Look.
So I said that picture was. I said there was that look, man. This nigga know I told him, but in reality, that picture is these white niggas fist to get the bone toe off of them. That what that picture really is. I'm finna tear the bone off these white niggas. That's what that is. Right?
I'm not obligated to share the details of my whereabouts on said dates to any of you.
Dress it up to make it sound on said dates to any of you.
Next.
Hey, I'm gonna be like a Cat Williams. What comedian was it that said? Yeah, Cat Williams talking about Obama when he first got in the White House. Hey, if he a real nigga, he gonna show up in a white beater. He gonna show up in the deposition with a white beater with a red Solo cup and sit down.
What's wrong with y'all?
Less than you.
Listen,
yes,
that go down like that, it would be the shortest congressional hearing and the quickest you've ever seen in your life.
That picture is classic.
Go to commercial. Yeah, that real quick.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I never looked at it from that standpoint because those type of logistics is not my wheelhouse. You work with stuff like that on a daily. I know about HIPAA laws and stuff like that. But my question is this: is people in that capacity, are they held by the same? They're
protected by the same laws.
They're protected by the same
laws. I saw, and this is kind of in a different little vein, but I saw a little TikTok, and it bared sharing that there were these different parents who have different professions, and their kids were asked certain questions. So the question the children were asked, depending on who their parents were, determined the answer that they gave. And this made me think of this situation. Teacher asked a little girl, "Did you get your flu shot?" And the little girl responds to her teacher, "That's a HIPAA violation. I don't have to answer that." Right? Quite honestly, if a teacher were to ask if you got a HIPAA shot, if you got your DVOC 91 shot, or any of those, it's a HIPAA violation. They cannot ask.
So how were they threatening to? This brings up a whole different conversation. How was they threatening to lay people off, fire people, and all of this if you didn't get that DVOC 19 technology in your body? Because the only way that they would know if you got it or not is that somebody got to ask, and you got to give up the information.
So here's the thing: while there are HIPAA laws protecting people from having to share their health information, HR is the one area where they can share that information and we can ask those questions. However, in the same vein, speaking specifically of DVOC 91, a lot of companies jump the gun. A lot of companies, don't be surprised if you start hearing about a lot of class action lawsuits for people who lost their jobs and who were required to take the cocktail because what they found out is all of the information that they put out there saying that it's required, it's required, it's required. The federal government never backed it. There's nothing in writing that they talked about it. They were telling people you need to have your folks take this cocktail, but it was never fully backed by the federal government.
You know why it wasn't never fully backed? Because it was, even though the Constitution, yeah, exactly. What you just said, exactly. You know, there's no way that they could have just said. So what they do is they scare you with
That's
it.
Exactly what
they'll bring out a lookalike barrel. It's not a real barrel. Roar! And everybody run. Yeah.
They used a lot of scare tactics and a lot of different companies. They told people that you were going to lose your job if you didn't get this done. You had a certain date to have it done, and there were a lot of people who pushed back, fought back, and then ultimately ended up getting it because they were fearful of losing their job. I can tell you for a fact, in my department, everybody got it. Everybody got it, with the exception of me, all the way up to the end when they kept saying, well, are you have you gotten yours? Are you going to get it? And I said, no. And since that time, and I've had this conversation with Sheer, since that time, everybody in my department has had it at least once or twice. They've gotten sick at least once or twice. Maybe about 2 weeks ago, everybody in my department was sick. Wow. Not me.
I know that's
not me. Yeah, but I stuck out. I refused to do it. And I was like, look, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Whatever I know is going to protect me. I use religious exemption.
I told that sister we gonna be living in the woods. We ain't getting that junk up in our bodies. Hey,
sure. We'll be in the wilderness for that.
Being the same, man. Look here. Well, yeah. So that's that, man. I really do believe though that they are going to try their best to run that brother through the ringer though, for real.
Oh, they have to. It's what you said earlier. Theatrics. They have to go through it. Yep, yeah, they have to.
Wow, that's. I don't even want. Man, that's if you the number 4 or 5 top politician, I mean you the Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense.
Of the whole armed forces, like they're gonna most definitely say you can't get missing. That's what they like to say, it's a national security issue.
Right.
That's what that's how
that's what they're gonna use. They're gonna whip him with that.
So Biden, what he did, he went off and did it on his own too, right? With that attack.
No, they said he gave permission.
Right, but the executive, they can't make the permission, I thought, without without Congress. He had already approved it. So once he gave it his blessing, whatever decision they made after that, whatever votes they made after that, they no longer needed him present to make that call. He'd already given the green light. And they did it. He started. Yep. The minute that he was in the hospital, they started bombing.
We started bombing. Ain't that a coincidence, man? That's crazy, man. Them folks. Folks out of control.
It's smoke and mirrors.
That's all it is.
Man, wag
that's
the dog.
all it is.
Wag the dog, man. It's all theatrics, made for TV. They gotta, boy. It's crazy.
Yeah. You so late, my brother. It's over with. you ain't good late, bro. You done missed it.
He early for next week.
Hey, you early enough to put something in this collection plate we finna roll through here.
Pass it to him first.
Right.
Hold the plate for a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, it's been a great show. I appreciate y'all. Yo. We appreciate everybody that stuck with us in the Facebook world. Messiah TV, Elder, if you're still with us, brother, thank you. Thank you much for allowing us to take space on your platform. YouTube, we apologize for telling the truth.
Don't believe
sorry,
YouTube.
Sorry.
Right. Sorry, not sorry. He mean it, but not really. Mean it, but not really.
Look here, man. Man, I've stayed in the same spot since we talked this morning. Oh, tell me it ain't so, bruh. That was early, man. That was early. Look here, man. We gonna get up out of here. We got a class. We got the beginning of a classic that we finna drop on you tonight.
Yeah.
From the EP that will be released Monday that I was telling you about. This one here is called Free. Jamel the Trunk Rattler going to run that thing, baby.
I just wanna ride on the street, paved with gold. Everything copacetic and I'm in control. I just wanna ride through the street, chillin', everything is sweet. With this gold on my feet, hold up. I just wanna be free. 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 No more dying, no more crying, no more lying, no more working just to pay the bills. No more waking up for the crack of day to go and chase a meal. Not $1 million, but a meal to ease them hunger pains. No more storms in this edition, they new and I can't stand the rain. No more jealousy and no more handcuffs. And Shea Moist is the only jail that I wanna see. No more begging for freedom, no more begging to make it to the kingdom. No more begging for the Most High, get off his throne and come down here and avenge us. No more baby mamas, no more baby mama drama. Everybody married, chillin' heavy. No more disrespecting, no more living life like we ain't kings or queens. No more selling us dreams, no more second guessing, cause things ain't always what they seem. Let's just ride on the street, paved with gold. Everything copacetic and I'm in control. I just wanna ride through the street, chillin', everything is sweet. With this gold on my feet, hold up. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free.